traveling soon? How exciting! I'm so happy for you. Wait, don't be nervous because you don't know enough English to get around in a new city. I'm here to help. Today's video will be focusing on basic English when traveling.
Come and fly away with me. 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 Come and fly away with me.
Now, most countries appreciate good manners when you are asking them a question. So please remember to be polite and use those words such as please, thank you. But before asking a question, if you want to stop someone and ask them, you say, excuse me, or simply, pardon me, or even shorter, just say, sorry. Okay? So the three common phrases to stop someone and ask them a question are excuse me, pardon me, or sorry. Now that you have their attention, you can ask your question. The next step is actually asking your question. So you can start with, I need. This is when you need to get something or you need to find something. Or in other words, just say, I would like to find a restaurant, please. I would like a taxi. Or just simply, I need a taxi, please. I need to know some information. I need to know where is the bus stop. These are the two most common ways that you can ask questions. Now, the first thing you will probably be wondering is where to find something that you are looking for, since this is a new place for you. You're asking for directions. So you can state again, excuse me, I am looking for, and then say what you're looking for. For example, I am looking for the bus stop. I am looking for the bus stop. Or, how do I get to? How do I get to? Or, where is? Just simply, where is? Where is the bus stop? Where is the bus stop, please? Another way you can ask is, how far is the bus stop? How far is the bus stop? This is if you want to know how long it will take you to get from where you are at the moment where you're asking and the place where you're going. So you're going to ask, how far is the bus stop? And they will usually answer you with minutes or maybe even hours. They might say to you, it is 5 minutes away. It is 5 minutes away. Or it is a 5-minute walk. Or maybe a 5-minute ride to get there. They might also give you directions if you ask them, where is the bus stop? Where is the bus stop? They will answer you certain directions, such as, it is to the right. It is to the right. This is your right-hand side. Or, it is to the left. It is to the left. It is on your left-hand side. Or they might say, it is straight ahead. It is straight ahead. Or they might just say, it's straight that way. Or they might tell you, it's back there. It's back there. You will have to return where you came from. Or sometimes people will just tell you it is north, south, east, or west from here, but that gets a little complicated. So always ask them to give you directions with left or right, or maybe even some stop signs, or maybe some restaurants that you have seen along the way. It is back there next to the McDonald's. Okay? They might even tell you it is 2 blocks ahead. 2 blocks ahead, meaning it is between 1 or 2 streets ahead of you. Or they can tell you it is at the corner of a certain intersection. It is at the corner of 5th and Banks, for example. And that is how you can find the place. Now, please remember, once they have given you those directions, be polite and say, thank you. Thank you. Or even a more polite way would be, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the best way to do it, if you really want to impress them with your English, is thank you so much for your help. Thank you so much for your help. Or thank you so much for helping me. Thank you so much for helping me. Or simply, you can just thank them whatever they helped you with. For example, in this case, it was directions. So you will say, thank you so much for the directions. Thank you so much for the directions. Now, those are not the only questions you will be asking. Of course, there are other questions that you need to ask when in a new place. So, for example, if you go shopping, you will most commonly want to ask, how much is it? How much is it? What is the cost? What is the cost? This is when you want to figure out how much money you need to pay for an item that you wish to buy. So again, how much is it? Now, of course, you can point to the item you want, but pointing is not really a nice way of asking. You should actually just say the word of the item that you wish to buy. So, for example, how much is the magazine? How much is the magazine? Or more specifically, how much is that magazine? How much is that magazine? Of course, if you are buying something that is plural, more than one, such as apples or bananas, you will say, how much are those apples? Or how much for the apples? How much for the apples? Or how much are the apples? How much are the apples? Another question you might want to ask is, where is the entrance? That is the place you want to go into a place. So where is the entrance? When you wish to leave, you will be looking for an exit. So you will ask, where is the exit? Where is the exit? Now, of course, when nature calls, you will need to ask an uncomfortable question. Where is the washroom? Where is the washroom? Or, where is the bathroom? But usually we don't say bathroom if it's a public place. Bathrooms are usually places where you can take a bath. So you want to ask, where are the washrooms? Or, where is the restroom? Where is the restroom? Or just simply, as most countries say, toilets. Where are the toilets? Where are the toilets? Now, it's not so hard once you get over the embarrassment, right? Another thing you might want to ask is, what time is it, please? What time is it, please? Now, if you forget how to say that, you can just point to your wrist because most people know that you are referring to a watch on their hand and therefore are asking for the time. You can also say, what is the time, please? What is the time, please? Another thing you want to remember is when you are going into a restaurant, you will probably want to order something really yummy. So you're going to ask, I'd like a pizza, please. I'd like a pizza, please. Or, I would like to buy a pizza, please. I would like to buy a pizza, please. If you are asking for the waiter for their recommendation, you will simply ask, what is your recommendation? What is your recommendation? Or just simply say, what's the best thing here? What's the best thing here? And hope that you get something really yummy. Now, while traveling, for sure there will be lots of places that you will be looking for. Those are called points of interest. And if you have a GPS on your smartphone or anywhere like that, you can just type in points of interest. Usually this refers to the most common places that people look for in a particular city, such as hospitals, malls, superstores, and so on. So let's go through what you might need. First of all, if you need to exchange money or you need to take money from your local bank or from any bank, you will be looking for an ATM machine. ATM machine. Or you will simply walk into a bank and use their services. So you will be looking for an ATM or a bank. Another place you might need, and I hope that you don't need, is a clinic or a hospital. This is if you happen to get sick on your vacation. You will need to find a clinic or a hospital. If you forget those words, you can simply ask at your hotel, I need a doctor, please. And they will let you know where the nearest clinics or hospitals are. Another thing you might be looking for is a restaurant. So simply, you can just ask anyone, what is a good restaurant around here? Or, what is a good place to go and eat? Or, where is a good place to eat? Where is a good place to eat? Another place you might look for are markets. You want to go shopping, of course, especially if you're a girl. You will want to find certain markets. Some markets that exist are the fruit and vegetable markets, so they're called farmers markets. Farmers markets. These are locally owned farms that bring their groceries into the city once in a while, and they sell their fresh fruits and vegetables. That is a farmer's market. Another place, which is most common, is a grocery store. A grocery store, otherwise known as a supermarket. A supermarket. Another way to call this is a supercenter. A supercenter will not only have groceries, such as food items, they will usually carry around clothing and shoes and other items, and those are called supercenters. Most of those are open 24/7, meaning they're open all day long, every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year. They're always open. That's what a supercenter is. Another thing you might look for is a mall. The most common place where you're going to buy your clothing or your shoes, backpacks, and so on is a mall. Now they have outlet malls, which usually means that you are walking outside from store to store, or they have indoor malls, shopping centers, or shopping malls. Another place where you might go would be a shop or a boutique. Okay, those are locally owned smaller stores which carry shoes and clothing, and they're just called boutiques or shops. They're not usually found inside of a mall. They're usually outside of a mall. Another thing you might be looking for is a place to stay. Hopefully you booked that ahead of time online while you were in your home country. But if you didn't, you can simply look for a hotel. Now these are the priciest versions of where to stay. If you need something cheaper, you can go to a motel. A motel. And if you would like to really go on a budget, on a really small budget, you might stay in a hostel. In a hostel. This is usually not recommended if you're coming with families. You might want to stay in a hotel instead. Another thing you might do for fun is go see some entertainment. So you might go to a concert. Or you might look for a theater. If you wish to see a play or a Broadway musical, you might go to a theater. If you're looking for a movie that is out right now, some popular movie to watch, you can go to a cinema. It is called a cinema, not a theater. Another thing you would want to do is go to your hotel receptionist, to the front desk, and ask, what is something fun to do around here? Or, what are the main attractions in this city? What are the main attractions in this city? I hope you had fun with all of these questions, and I'm sure that you're going to think of more. What else did we forget? Of course, it is the age of the internet. You have to know the most important phrase everywhere you go. Is there Wi-Fi? Is there Wi-Fi? If you wish to connect your smartphone or any other electronic device to any source of internet, in case you are lost or you just are simply bored and need entertainment, or you need to reach your relatives back home, you will be looking for free Wi-Fi. Now you can ask, is there free Wi-Fi here? Is there free Wi-Fi here? Please don't say Wi-Fi. It is not a Wi-Fi. It is Wi-Fi. And you can even ask, what is the password for the Wi-Fi? What is the password for the Wi-Fi? When you are in a new city, you will probably want to do some exploring. There are definitely many ways that you can do that. The best way that I recommend is always walking around. That is the best way to really experience every single detail in the city and find those charming gems like local restaurants or bars that you wouldn't normally find if you were sitting in a car driving around. So my biggest recommendation is go on foot. Go on foot. That means to go walk around. Or, of course, some places are a little bit further to get to, so you will need to take some transportation to get there. The most common one is by car. I need a taxi, please, is how you would ask someone to call you a taxi. I need a taxi, please. Or you can simply use your smartphone and order yourself an Uber, right? It is the new century, so Uber is very popular. You don't always find Ubers everywhere you go in the world, but in North America, it is very common to order one. Another thing you might want to do is take the bus. That is usually the cheapest way to get around in any city, in any country in the world. Buses are the cheapest forms of transportation. However, they're not the most comfortable forms of transportation. But if you are limited with your cash, that is something that you might want to consider. Another cheap form of transportation is taking the metro. The metro. You might want to look for a metro station. Can you please help me find a metro station? Or, where is the metro station, please? As opposed to a bus station if you're looking to take a bus. A bus station if you're taking the bus. Another mode of transportation, which is really fun actually, is a bicycle. Some cities actually have bicycle rental places where you can get bicycles. If you leave your identification with them, they will rent you out a bike or a bicycle for a few hours. You can just ride around the city and return the bike when you're done with it. So you can ask, May I rent a bicycle, please? May I rent a bicycle, please? Or an easier way, may I rent a bike, please? May I rent a bike, please? Or if you're more adventurous and you would like to get around a little bit faster, you can rent a moped. You can rent a moped or a motorcycle. Now, those can be scary. If you don't know how to ride one, I wouldn't suggest it. And you definitely need a helmet for that. You can find those in bike rental shops. So you can ask, may I rent a motorcycle, please? May I rent a motorcycle, please? Now, if you need to be transported to another city from the city you are staying at, you can rent out a helicopter. And if you have money, of course. So you can ask, may I take a helicopter to whatever city you're going to? May I rent a helicopter to the place where you're going? Or if you're going longer distances, you will need to go to the airport and take an airplane to get to your next destination. So you will say, where is the nearest airport, please? Where is the nearest airport, please? I need to take a plane to get to the city where you're going to. I need to take a plane to San Francisco, for example. So these are the most common modes of transportation. But of course, there are many other ones, such as on the water. If you want to go on a ferry boat, on a small little river cruise for the night, there are some popular dinner cruises you can take. Or of course, if you have a lot of money, you can just take a yacht for the afternoon. You can take a yacht for the afternoon. I'm sure that would be a lot of fun. If you are looking for more in-depth information, for example, how to purchase a ticket to get to another city, or if you are looking for airport-style information, that is coming up in a video very, very soon. So please look for that. Until then, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please click like and subscribe if you don't mind. And I look forward to hearing from you in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.